Hey, welcome back to the Road to 1500 series. Here's the game that got me to 1179. Um, so starts with e4, e5, knight f6, a knight f3, um, and it plays into the Italian. And I play into the Joko piano game. Um, and usually this prepares the pin, which can be avoided by kind of the following setup that I'm about to try and do. Um, so y- these are kind of always the common setup moves, and D3 actually allows you to put your knight on D2, which is one of the places that you want to have it in the Italian. There's also ideas of rook E1, putting the knight on F1, and then if they try and pin you, you can set up some attacks this way. Um, Now they end up playing kind of an anti fried liver attack, um, where I just move my bishop back. Um, the idea behind this is if the knight tries to take the bishop or go for a trade, you can just move it back and not trade the bishop, which they they play a6, which the idea is if your bishop gets attacked, you can retreat. So if I'm preparing this, you can retreat your bishop. I play the move that I was talking about earlier, prepping to attack on the king side. Um, and they go for this knight attack that I was talking about, and I just retreat my bishop. Um, and here is the first major blunder that they make. I think the idea was protecting this with the queen, um, but this blunders a pawn fork on b4. Um, so now the bishop can retreat, but you still lose a knight, which is exactly what happens. Um, and now what I'm seeing is threatens queen goes for fork. The issue with that is it loses a pawn. Um, so losing a you win the bishop for a knight, but you still lose a pawn, and your rook is going to be threatened. So I decided to defend it. Now there is the danger of kind of these moves threatening to win the bishop, but it's pretty easy to just defend it with the knight. Um, and here what they're going for is an attack on f2. Um, you know, setting up kind of a pretty strong battery mixed with the knight here, which I at this point I didn't see. Um, so I'm playing this looking for this fork now that this pawn is protected. Um, and they move the queen, um, setting up this really strong attack. Now, um, I can't move this pawn because it'll just take the knight. But what I can do is threaten the queen. At this point, um, if you took with queen, you just lose a queen, and while this trade may not be super beneficial, if you're up a queen, um, you're going to be winning. And this is protected by the knight. Um, Queen can't go here. Um, so there are a few different retreat squares. Um, can't go here, can't go here, can't go here. So uh, can't go here, can't go here, can't go here. Can't go here, can't go here. So there's only really one place theoretically that you could move your queen, um, and that runs into a fork. And it was at this point my opponent resigned. Um, Yeah, and that was the game.